Hi everyone, it's Karen and I'm back to open up my beautiful package that I received from Kim at AngeldreamcraftsKim on Etsy. And this is my design team package for the months of September and October. And I will leave links to the shop, her Etsy shop, in the description box below, and links to all the designers who are designing beautiful projects, showing you how to use these gorgeous laces and trims and blings that she sends to us. So on the outside of this beautifully wrapped package, which she always sends the designers our products in, wrapped so beautifully, and she has put a handmade flower. There's a pink doily on the back, which you easily could glue this flower right onto a doily like that, and you can see how it just adds another layer to it. So that's a great use for these doilies, and she sells doilies like this and others in her shop. And then this is a layer of her beautiful tulle. She sells this in many different colors. This is a lace that has been gathered. There's a little bit of a flower applique underneath there, which probably is just cut from one of her laces. Or she may have little floral appliques in the shop, and then a beautiful rolled rose in the center. And how pretty is that? It's about like close to 4 inches across. It's a beauty. So that can go on a project or put aside to be hoarded for a while, because that's what I like to do. We all like to do. This is another gorgeous bling piece that she's attached to this gorgeous white satin ribbon. And it's wired, so you can bend it different ways to, fluff it the way you want to, or have it, some of it stand up. And the same with the bottom pieces. So that is really a very cool little beaded bow. I love it. And it's quite possible that it does come apart as well. So I might play with it that way too. Not sure yet what I want to do with it, but it is super, super pretty. And these she's attached onto the ribbon with bulb pins, and she sells the bulb pins in her shop. Look at this gorgeous white satin ribbon. Now this ribbon will make beautiful rolled roses. It's also as lovely for tying up packages. It's also really nice. You can just ruche it down the side of a page. You can either do it with just glue, or you can do it with some little stitches, or you can machine sew it and do like a ruffle. So there's lots of things to do with this beautiful ribbon. It's really, really soft, and it's shiny on one side and dull on the other. So it's really nice. And that is a big long length that is tying together this package. And this package is tied up with a piece of flat lace fabric, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's so nice to have these pieces of fabric that she sends, either whether it be a cotton fabric or whether it be like this one or a netted one she's done. And this is an actual lace. Look at the pattern on that. Now, I am late getting my video up because I've had some things going on and just couldn't get it done. I quickly looked at Roseanne's just because I saw what she was making and I wanted to see her laces. So I just quickly flipped through and I saw that this was covering it, and I was really excited to get at mine and open it up. I haven't looked at what anyone else has received in the designers. This has got a beautiful collection right here that you could fussy cut out. This embroidery work is on a netted background, so just like all the netted laces, so easy to cut out anything that you want to use, and then you can use that like an applique. So absolutely gorgeous piece of fabric. I love it. It has a scallop on this end, which is really pretty. You could cut that even separately and use that as well. So pretty. I'm going to spread that out there and let you see this pile of goodness that she has sent me. We as designers for AngeldreamcraftsKim are very fortunate because she is super generous with what she sends us to work with. And I'm really excited to be back. I had some time off with my surgery, and I'm excited to be back and designing again for her. I didn't realize how much I would miss it, and I was honestly, I was super jealous when I saw the design packages that they got while I was off, because I, of course, didn't get any of that stuff. I missed out, and I was really sad. Now, one of the things that they got in their packages, which I'm having a little bit of trouble opening here. So in their packages, they received a glittery letter like this. And I think that's supposed to, there we go. And Kim had said that she had set one aside for me. So here's my K, and that's so pretty, and it's so glittery and nice. I'll put that on a special project for me, because that just was something special from Kim. Thank you, Kim. And thank you for all these beautiful goodies. And I'm so sorry I'm so late getting my video up. This is a beautiful piece. Oh, I thought it was a long piece, but it's actually like 2 collar pieces. But it's really pretty. Like a beigey color, if you look up against the white on here. 2 pieces, the same. And it just has, like, it just screams, cut me up. I'm sorry, but it does. This is the right side. It's a smoother thread on this side and finer detailing. This is a bit more rough and rustic looking. But you can see that you could cut this in. This could be a separate trim here. You could cut it in between here, and this little ladder piece could be a separate trim. This one that looks almost like eyes to me could be a separate trim, and then this one on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different, and even this piece on the end here can be used as a trim, because you've got 2 of them, so you have enough that you'd be able to use it. Even when you're framing out something, you don't have to use the same lace all the way around the picture, or all, you can use it in the upper corner and then use something else in the lower corner that looks completely different. And it gives it more interest and more character that way too. So these are so pretty. There's 2 of those in my package. And then, oh, this is so soft and delicate, this lace. Oh, look how pretty this is. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the scallop on the bottom, and there's a pretty satiny detail in the thread right at the bottom, and then in the 2 more up, there's sort of a ladder type appearance in between those, and then the little flowers and leaves. I'm never a big fan of the toppers on these, and if they're plain like this, I generally either rip them or take them off. I just like the softer effect of the top of this. I'm gonna snip it and show you the difference. Okay, so here it is with that topper on it, and if you like that, that's great. But here's another option. Maybe you like this better, like me. I like this. So you've taken that harsh topper off, and you just see the tops of the lace there. And I just find this softer looking and prettier than with this. So options, that's what you want. This one is very beautiful, very delicate, very pretty. And again, if you compare it to the white, it's got a creamy color, whereas this one more of a beige color. And I love beige, white, cream, pinks. They go gorgeous together. She knows that I love that, and look at what she sent me. She knows her designers. She knows what we like. I usually pick a few things and I let her send me surprises, so that I don't know, I like the element of surprise, and then I see how I'm going to add it to my project. This is a very pretty piece. This is a satin ribbon with beads sewn on it, and they're pearly beads and pearly drop beads, and then right here is a crystally looking bead. Now they feel like they are a very good quality acrylic. They're really, really pretty. They have some weight to them, and this is going to be really pretty to work with. Really, really nice. Ooh, love that. And that is a big long piece for something that you for me, I would use small bits of it, so it's going to go a long way. This was one I asked for because I've had it before. I have to see now. And it's so pretty. It's got a pinky apricot-y almost color to it, peachy color. It's got this iridescent thread that runs through the bottom here, and it's on the netted lace. And I just find it so pretty to work with, either with the netting on, gathers nicely to make a pretty flower. Without the netting, if you just cut it right along the tops of the little peaks there, it makes a beautiful narrow trim for accenting around the edge of something or on top of another lace. Super pretty. This is another one I asked for again. This is, she still has this in the shop. She's had it for quite some time. It's a restock, very popular. It's so, so pretty. Look at the detail on that. And you can use that as a whole, like an applique, that piece. You can cut out this piece here. You can cut out the individual flowers. You could cut this piece out with the two scrolly bits that go around here and take these flowers out. So you just have this piece and the arches that go above it. It just has so many possibilities, and it's super white, and it looks gorgeous with all these other colors. I'm going to move the little bling bag to the side for now. This is new to me and I love it. This is a 3D piece. The centers of these flowers stick up, and the leaves and the flowers have really pretty gold sequins on them. Oh my goodness, like this. Look at the color. It's a rosy color, very vintage looking. I don't know which piece. I didn't look up any information on the pieces. When you go to the Etsy shop, she tells you which ones are vintage and that kind of thing. So go and have a look, and you'll get all the details. I'm going to tell you about the details that I see with my eyes. And this is really, really beautiful in person. The green is a beautiful green. And then there's sort of, these sequins are a more olivey color. And it's a beautiful contrast. It's just, beautiful. And you could use a piece of that along the bottom of a wall hanging, down the side of the page in your journal. And then of course you could cut them individually. You could cut this flower and then the leaves hanging down. I know I'm going to end up cutting anyway, so because I love the look of this. So I'll just show you quickly here. I'll just cut this off. And look at the little applique that you now have to work with. Isn't that pretty? And you could even take this little flower off and have just this one with the leaves and put this one separately somewhere else. But isn't that so pretty? Oh, and this has threads, like just gold threads in the center. So you could add a little bling in the center of that little flower too. It's just rolled around like this to make it sit like a little bit of a cup in the center. Oh, so pretty. Kim has an amazing eye. She's a great shop owner because she sees things, and because she also is a creator, she sees the potential in and gets some of the prettiest things. I'm going to do this one next. This is a gorgeous wide piece of lace. Look at this on my hand. Isn't that gorgeous? And these look like flowers. Now this was one that was in the kits last month that I missed out on, and I was drooling over it, and I thought, oh, I have to have that. So I was really happy she still had it in the shop or had restocked it, because the potential on it is just, I mean, as a dangle itself, look at how pretty that would look on the bottom of, a wall hanging or on a page in your journal. Really dramatic, beautiful on the front cover. And then you can see that there's some hearts here, flowers here, and then these pieces on the bottom, which to me scream, you can see it right there, right? Like you could do that, and then one of these in the center, and it could be a big flower. You could do it, it could be butterfly wings. Oh, so, so pretty. And this is a creamy color as well. You can see against this one, it's got the cream, which has more yellow in it. Cream has more yellow in it than beige. And up against the white of this lace, you can see the three colors there. So white, sort of cream, and this is more of a beige. So loving, loving, loving the combinations here. All my faves. We'll do the leaves next. A leaf trim is always such a great trim to have in your stash, and so versatile. Yes, absolutely gorgeous. 3 or 4 of them, you know, down the side of a page or anything you're creating. But the potential there is cutting each one separately and then positioning them around your flowers. So you have a beautiful flower like this on your page. Say you got that on your front cover, and then you take some of these leaves that are cut and you add a couple right behind it there. And isn't that so pretty? Just gorgeous. So this is a beautiful piece with lots and lots of uses. I'm going to try and organize it all and keep it in frame. It's really difficult to do. I like to do a photo at the end, which I use as my thumbnail for my video, but it's really hard to keep everything in the picture. This is one I asked for. I had it before I went off for my surgery, so it would have been back in May, June, and I had it in white, and she has it in pink as well, and I just wanted it again. And I used these both cut off this green individually, and I also used it with the green in between. And that lends itself well to having a little bit of bling or a pearl put in the center. Really, really pretty and very versatile trim in both pink and white. She has it. This is another one of my favorites. She started out with this one in the shop in a cream color, and now she got it in pink, and I just love it. I cut it up to the time and use the different pieces, and I just find it's just so versatile, and a piece like this lasts you for such a long time. So it's a really worthwhile piece to purchase, and that's the beautiful 3D flowers and sequins on a mesh background. This is another one of my favorites. She keeps restocking this one, and I absolutely love it. It's like tiny little flowers and then the leaves in between, and the flowers are quite satiny and ruffly looking. They kind of remind me of fuchsia flowers. I'm sure anyone looking at them, they might remind them of something different, but that's what they remind me of, and that reminds me of my mom, and I just absolutely love this trim and find it so versatile. So I had to have some more of that. Ooh, another bling bag. Surprise, surprise. This is also another one of my favorites. This is a restock in the shop all the time because it is very popular and it's so versatile, and it's wide, so you can use it as is for a project, but also you can cut because it's on a netted lace. Anything on a netted lace is super easy because it's usually raised a bit, and you just follow along and fussy cut it out, and you can use the flowers separately, the leaves, the bit on the bottom, you can make that into a trim, a smaller trim. So you have lots and lots of possibilities with this flat lace, and I think it's about 6 inches wide, somewhere there, 5 or 6. I didn't pull my ruler out this time. But again, all the details are in her descriptions on her Etsy shop. And if you're having any problems finding something or needing a hand with anything, just leave me a comment below and I'll help you out finding something. Or you can leave Kim a message in her Etsy shop and she can help you as well. Here is another wide one. Ooh, this is a new one to me. And I love, love, love these flat wide laces. I love them. So much potential. Again, this one is on the netted background. The netting has different hole sizes. So here it's a fine mesh background, and here the holes are a little bit bigger. So that gives it more texture and more, I think, more character. It has a pretty shiny thread running through here, raised in this flower. and through here too, and along the sort of the what I look like branches to me where the leaves come off, and around these flowers as well. So that, again, more detail. This little bit at the bottom here, there's a bit running between the flowers that could easily be used separately for a small trim, and you could piece it together. You could cut the bigger flowers out separately and use them. And this one is a beige. It's more along the tones of this one, although this is a lighter beige. This one's a cream, and you can see that there's more brown in a beige and more yellow in a cream. And if I pull up this one, which was the one my package was wrapped in, you can see the difference here. More of the browns coming out in the beige. This is a white. So again, falling in all those colors that I love so much. And then there's one piece left here. And this is a gorgeous piece. Oh, and it's really got some weight to it. Oh my goodness, it's a very lovely piece. And this, very easily, if you wanted to save the centerpiece to use, you would just cut along the more solid stitching, and then each sort of these peacock eyes would be the beginning of your, and you could have 2 dangle trims, one on each side, and you could have this trim in the center that you use separately. You could also cut the bottoms off and use these as leaves to tuck around your flowers. And then that would leave you a bit more, you could use the dangle trim from here to here. And this centerpiece would stay on in this one. So again, lots of potential, but on its own, of course, a very beautiful statement piece. My goodness, and beautiful quality, beautiful stitching. Again, the shiny thread that stands up. There's texture when you touch it. It's really beautiful. And it's quite wide too. You can see on my hand that you're looking at quite a good width. And again, all the description will be on her Etsy shop. So go over and look. It's so much fun to look through and find these laces on her shop. And again, if you're having any trouble, I am happy to help you, or leave a note for Kim. And I think this is the last one, and this is also one I've had before but wanted again, and it is a pretty pink color. You can see the difference in the pinks though. This is like a baby, I call this like baby pink, and this is more of a peachy pink or apricot-y pink, but they still look in the same with this one. So you do get your different shades that sometimes they're all called, I'm not sure how she calls them on her shop, but sometimes they're all called pink or peachy pink, but they all go together beautifully as well. And this one I love too because it's beautiful as a trim on its own. It's about an inch, a little over an inch wide, and it has all these beautiful little flowers. So again, you've got that beautiful potential for cutting them all out and using them separately, or using a few of them in a cluster. And I love having that ability to do that, especially if you're working on a smaller project. And my first project for this month, which is almost completed, because we are doing a collaboration this month with an Etsy shop that sells digitals by the name of ByBoholove. And so I will be using her digitals in both my projects for the month of September. And my first project is constructed, mostly been put together. I'm doing a little journal that has been made from envelopes. So if you love to work with your envelopes that you have in your stash, this would be a great project that you could do. And I'm doing a lot of collage work with her beautiful papers and using them in their entirety. And I'm printing on several different mediums so that you can see how to print on different things and the different effects you get. And so if you're not familiar with using digitals, I hope to give you a taste of how you can use digitals in your projects. And so that will be all coming up. And I just about forgot to show you what was in my bling bags. So I've got everything out here. I have the beautiful little acrylic flowers with the bling centers, and I've had these before and I absolutely love them. And then I have the beautiful little hearts that are acrylic as well, and they look like they have crushed glass on top. and they are like an aurora borealis. They're so pretty, and these are so versatile to use in your projects. So I'm happy to have those, and you can see how they fit beautifully with this collection of laces that Kim has sent me in all the colors. And then she sent me 2 square and 2 of the round pendants that she has in the shop. Now the pendant bases, and I will show you how I'm going to use these in my projects as well. They're very, very pretty. They have a good space there to be able to put a picture in, and a nice flat back, and a nice bail on the top, and beautiful, pretty, sparkly rhinestones all around the edge. And I have 2 circle ones and 2 square. So that is my design team package for September and October from AngeldreamcraftsKim on Etsy. Links will be in the description box below to the shop. Go over and shop and have some fun buying some goodies for yourself. Check out the designers to see what they got in their design team packages, and also follow them so that you can see what they are creating with the beautiful products from Kim's shop. And I hope you are all well, and I will see you soon with my first project for September. Bye for now.